Let us just say hello to the rest of our classmates. Good morning, children.
Good morning, sir.
Today we are going to do a small little dialogue. What would you like them to talk about?
I would like you guys to talk about Matilda. It is a wonderful book written by Roald Dahl. Matilda loves to read books, and when she is only 5, she started reading big books. I would like you to really talk about Matilda.
Hello, have you read this fascinating book named Matilda?
Yes, it's a very captivating story.
Yes, Matilda is a polite character. But isn't she a very charismatic girl?
Yes, but Mrs. Trunchbull is a dreary headmistress.
Yes.
Okay, you were saying hello. Have you read the
Fascinating.
fascinating? Let's spell fascinating.
Fascinating.
The fascinating what? Storybook? Is it?
Book. Fascinating book.
Fascinating book. Of whom?
Named Matilda.
Named Matilda. Spell Matilda.
Matil. Yes.
Great. And what did you tell about?
Yes, it's a very captivating story.
Yes. It's a very captivating spell.
Captivating.
Captivating
Story.
story. Now, I'm a little confused. What's the meaning of fascinating?
Fascinating means amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you fascinating?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. And captivating?
Captivating means this interesting book.
Interesting?
Yeah.
And are you interesting? Really?
No.
Okay, now let me see how interesting you are. Can you first show me the nouns in these sentences?
Book.
Book, okay, you got book there, that's a noun. Anything else that is a noun in that sentence?
Matilda.
Oh, really? That means you are fascinating and you're fantastic as well. Captivating story. We'll take story over there. Now, in this first sentence, let us talk about this first sentence over here. You see the book? Book?
Yes.
You claimed it to be a noun. Okay. Now, there is a word over here telling us something about this book. What is that word? Can you identify that word? Telling me something about the... No, I'm talking about the first sentence.
Fascinating.
Yes, fascinating. Okay, let's circle this off. This is fascinating. Okay. Now, this word is telling us something more about this book. So, in other words, what is it actually doing? It's having a role over there. It is describing, right? It is describing the book, telling us how amazing the book is. You gave me the meanings of fascinating, right?
Yeah.
What are the meanings of fascinating?
Amazing.
Amazing, okay, those are some synonyms. Amazing, fantastic, beautiful, interesting. So this is telling us all about this book. What was your second dialogue?
After this.
Yes?
It was my turn.
Okay, your turn. What was it? What did you say back to her?
Yes. Yes. Matilda.
No, see, she said hello.
Yes.
You said hello. She gave you this answer.
Yes.
And what did you tell her back after that?
I told her, yes, Matilda is a polite character, but isn't she a very charismatic girl?
Charismatic. What? Charismatic girl. Are you? What is the meaning of charismatic?
Means beautiful, pretty.
Yeah, charming.
Charming. Wow. Charming girl. And what did you tell her?
I told her yes, but Mrs. Trunchbull is a dreary headmistress.
Deary, that's a big word. What is deary now? I'm a little confused
Angry,
about that.
strict.
Angry and strict. Okay, fine. Can you spell deary for me?
Dreary.
Deary. Let us check with your friends over there. They are going to help us to check the spellings. Okay, so now what is happening is this word tells us more about the noun. So these are called These are called
Adjectives.
okay, so we are going to today do something interesting on adjectives. Okay, now that we have understood that adjectives tell us more about the noun, it describes the noun, let's make a list of adjectives.
Gorgeous.
G-O-R
G-E-O-U-S.
G-E-O-U-S. Okay, next.
Delightful. D-E-L-I-G-H-T-F-U-L.
Okay, very good. Next.
Twinkling. T-W-I-N-K-L-E-K-L-I.
Again, try it again.
T-W-I-N-K-L-I-N-G.
Next.
Shriek. S-H-R-I-E-K-E-D. Shriek.
Spell it again. Try it again.
S-H-R-I-E-K-E-D. Shriek.
Very good. Next.
Joyous.
Spell.
J-O-Y-O-U-S. Joyous.
Next.
Petrified.
Spell.
P-E-T-R-I-F-I-E-D.
I-F-I-E-D. Petrified. Very good. Next.
Beaming. B-E-A.
B-E-A.
M-I-N-G.
M-I-N-G. What is the meaning of the word beaming? To be bright, to smile. Okay. Some kind of a light coming in through a space or a cracked space. But to beam is to be very happy and to smile. Okay, thank you. Now we are going to try making some sentences with these words. Okay, let us now continue with our sentence making with some adjectives. Come on, Nawal. What word have you chosen? What adjective have you chosen to?
Spooky.
Spooky. Okay. Do we have spooky here? Spell spooky.
S-P-O-O-K-Y.
Okay, Nawal. Then give me your sentence.
To the left of the cathedral, there is a spooky house.
To the left of the spell cathedral for me.
C-A-T-H-E-D-R-A-L.
Is a spooky.
House.
Why do you call it spooky? Why do you call it a spooky house?
Because it's scary.
What's scary about that house?
There are ghosts.
Oh,
Or it's
very-
haunted.
It's haunted. Very good. Next, come, you give me a sentence. What word are you going to use? Which adjective are you going to use?
Delightful.
Delightful. Okay, come on, give me one sentence.
We have delightful teachers in our school.
Oh, we have delightful. Spell delightful.
D-E-L-I-G-H-T-F-U-L.
Teachers in.
Our school.
Why do you call them delightful?
Because they're happy.
Because they are happy. Oh, very good. Okay. Now, since we know what adjectives are, since we are able to make sentences with adjectives, and since we are able to understand the value of adjectives, let us move on to comparison of adjectives. Now, what is comparison? Comparison makes a difference. Now, I've put the words of a song there for you on the board. Tall, 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 taller than. Tall, 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 taller than. Tall, 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 taller than. Here comes the tallest. So the word tall itself, tall girl, you had told me in the earlier class that tall is an adjective. So we are going to try finding out the comparisons, how to make comparisons. So let us try it with a song. Are we ready? Look at the words of the song and you sing for me. Let me see if you will be able to enjoy this. Ready? You like singing?
Yes.
Okay, then let's hear it. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Tall, 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 taller than. Tall, 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 taller than. Tall, 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 taller than. Here comes the tallest.
Okay, now have you noticed something over there? What have you noticed? You've used the word tall, tall, taller. What does taller tell you? It's a
Taller
little
means
more advanced,
higher.
yes. It's a little more advanced than tall. And what word have we used with taller? Look at the board. Taller than, yes. Okay, we have used the word taller than. And what have we used with tallest? What is tallest? The tallest we have used. That means there is nothing more taller than that. So now let us try with the opposite of tall. Now your
Short, shorter than. Short, shorter than. Short, shorter than. Here comes the shortest.
Now I can see you are enjoying yourselves. Is she really the shortest in the class?
Yes.
Really? Now what are we doing over here? Can you tell me what we've done over here?
Yes.
What have we done? Tell me.
Adjectives.
I know these are adjectives, but what exactly are we doing with these adjectives?
We're describing them.
We're describing them, or are we doing something different?
Describe.
Or comparing them? Because we're going from short to shorter and to the shortest. Now, when we're using the word short, okay, that has a form in itself, then we are making a comparison between two and saying that she is shorter than me. Okay, so when we say shorter, we are using another word with shorter. What word are we using with shorter?
Shorter.
Shorter than. Shorter than. And finally, what are we using for her?
The shortest.
The
Shortest.
Very good. Okay, when we were doing adjectives of comparison, there are three forms of it. One is the positive. Now, when we are going to compare two things, we have the comparative, and finally, we have the superlative. Comparative and the superlative. comparative, comparative, and superlative. Now let's look at this. Dark, we are going to use the ER words. First, we are going to use the ER and the EST to make to convert this positive into the comparative. We are going to use ER. DAKRK ER, and to convert it to the superlative, we are going to add EST. DARKEST. Now remember in the song you were using some words with comparative and superlative. One was than and the other was the. We use than when we are making a comparison between two. And we use the when we are making a comparison between two and more, when we are reaching the highest level, which is also known as the superlative form of the word. Dirtier, DIRTIER, and dirtiest, DIRTIEST, dirtiest. Dirtier than, the dirtiest. Now with this word active, we cannot use the ER form or the IEST, the IER form or the IEST form or the ER form or the EST form. We use another comparative here, more active and most active. The highest form of action and be more active. Same way we can use this with beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, famous, more famous, and most famous. So this is how we make our comparisons. Now, when we need to make a sentence, now the value of the and than, we will find that value in this sentence. Let's look for that in the sentence and how it makes a difference and how it adds value to the sentence when we are making comparatives. Okay. Sam is tall, but John is taller than Sam. However, Geeta is the tallest student in the class. So when we talk about Sam being tall, we talk about John being taller than Sam, and the ultimate, the most, and the tallest child in the class, the tallest child in the class is Geeta. Geeta is the tallest child in the class. I cannot say most tallest. I normally hear you saying most tallest. T-A-L-L-E-S-T, tallest. He is the most tallest sir in the class. This is not the right way to express. When you say he is the most tallest in the class, please think about comparatives of adjectives and the way to use it. The tallest in the class. Not the most tallest, because most in itself is a comparative in its supreme form, and tallest in itself is a comparative in its supreme form. So we cannot use this. We must understand that we cannot use two of them together, most and tallest together. It is absolutely wrong. Okay, now let us continue trying to make a word search. I know all of you are used to solving a word search, but now we are going to learn how to make a word search. So what do we do to make a word search? Now before we do this, I want you to all understand that I need you to follow this so that you will make your own word search, and once you make your word search, we will put it up on our e-magazine where you will be challenging so many other children to do your word search. So be ready for your word searches to go on e-magazine. Now look at this. What I did, how do we create a word search? We take the clues, see, in the word search, I want you to find 8 words. Okay, this is what you want somebody to find. Who is going to solve your word search? You need them to find 8 words. So 8 adjectives: joyous, gentle, dense, twinkling, fearful, creepy, spooky, and giant. These 10 adjectives I want somebody to solve for me. So how am I going to make my word search? First, I will put my words down. See here, spooky, I will put spooky, S-P-O-O-K-Y. Because I'm creating one, I'm not solving one. What am I doing?
Creating one.
So I put spooky, then I have put my second word is gentle. See where gentle is, I have put gentle, G-E-N-T-L-E, gentle. Then dense, I've got dense like that. I have put my word dense, D-E-N-S-E, the opposite way. Look at it, D-E-N-S-E, dense. Then twinkling, I have put my word twinkling this way, T-W-I-N-K-L-I-N-G, fearful, and so on and so forth. I've put my words. Now, I'm going to fill up these boxes and I'm going to make it very challenging. I'm going to make them look and look and look and look till their eyes pay, till they find my 10 words. So I'm going to use a smart thing. I'm going to do a smart thing. I'm going to use letters like Z, Y, O, Q and fill up these boxes. So let me take one Z here. Let me take one Y here. Let me take one O here. Let me take one Q here. Let me take one P there. Put another Z there. Put another O there, another O there, another Q there, Q, R, Y, all the funny letters we will take towards the end of the English alphabet. Y, let's put another Y here, put a Q, Z, P, M, O, Q, R, A, B, again let's go for Y, but I've got boy over there, that's a noun, it's not a adjective, so they cannot circle that. E, let's put another E here to confuse. Let's put a Y, N, Q, O, P, Z, Y, L, M, N, Q, R, Q, P, P, Z, Y, U, U, L, M, O. Now see what I have done. I have filled it up with. I have still left out one blank. Where have I left out one blank?
Over there.
Okay. See. Now what I have done is I filled the box up with a whole lot of alphabets just to confuse. But before I did that, I first sorted out my words, kept my words together. So I have my. So nobody can challenge me later. How can you ask me to find the word dense when it is not in the word search? So now what you are going to do with the adjectives you've learned. So far today you've learned through dialogue adjectives. You learned how to identify. Now you're learning how to create a word search with your adjectives. Okay, you were able to tell me the meaning. So now you are going to do this, and you will go to you when you have a computer class. You go to your computer teacher. You will ask her to help you how to create using a Word document, tables, and so on and so forth. You will create, and you will give to your head teacher. Send it to your head teacher. She'll give you one special mail address. She'll go through. She'll give me, and we're going to. After you create, you will put created by, and you will put your name. So when we put it on the e-magazine for you, imagine how many children will be solving your word search. Are you ready to do that?
Yes.
Okay. How many will I find over there? How many are you going to create?
Uh,
As many as you can, right? And how soon will you give it to me?
Very soon.
Very soon. Good. So we are going to make a challenge for this school. We are going to build on the e-magazine with your creation of a word search. Okay, now we are going to continue on how to make a crossword, creating a crossword. Earlier to this, we were going to create a word search and we are going to put on our e-magazine. Now we're going to create a crossword just the same as we created the word search. We're going to create a crossword which you are going to put on your e-magazine once you create it. Okay, I know you like solving, but now if you create, then you turn a creator and you turn more intelligent using adjectives. You put your clues first across: 1, delightful; 2, petrified; 3, gentle; 4, creepy. Down you have dismay, fearful, dense, and gorgeous. So one across. When you make a crossword, you draw. You find out how many you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You draw the columns with 10 in it, and you put 1 across. Now 1 down. I looked at dismay. I've got dismay. I've put that down. Likewise, you take number 2 across. Number 2 across is your petrified. I've counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've made my box and I have put number 2 across. Number 2 across petrified. This is 2 across. Number 2 across is petrified. 2 across is petrified and 2 down is fearful. Number 2 down is fearful. F-E-A-R, F-U-L, fearful. Then number 3 we've got gentle. 3 across we